Hey everybody, and welcome back to Erlengrat and the Farm Sim community server that I've got running on our Discord. I'm going to be doing some silage tonight. Fill those PGA bunkers, see how much they'll hold. Hey Paul, Anthony, Walt, and Jan, how are y'all doing tonight? Now something weird is that for whatever reason our distant scenery is still showing snow. Never had snow on the server. I don't really know why it's still there, but we'll just ignore that. Hey Dirty Tractor, what's up? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. It is late spring. The server's been running since last Friday. Was that when we did the live stream? Just restarted it right before the stream to see if that would fix the snowy mountains, but it has not. So maybe, just maybe, when it transitions to summer, it will be changed. Oh, I like the Alpine map too. On a series on it. I think it's a great map. I don't know what folks were really expecting if they were disappointed. Hey, Carpet Farmer, what's up? Really see how this tractor's rotates. Whoa, let's not say we did. But what's also cool about this mower is mowers undulate so much better than any other in-game butterfly mower. To follow the train. So they're not just any mower, they have been specifically engineered in real life and in the game to follow the train. See that? The way they're moving. Well, Carpet Farmer, there's a link to the Discord in the description. Once you join there, you'll find the chat channel on the left, text chat, and pinned in that text chat will be all the pertinent information on downloading the mods, which is a very modest list, and then how to connect. Got a 10-slot server, so until we hit 10, anyone is welcome to join. Oh, okay. And something that I haven't noticed with other grass on other maps is you can see, you know how in 19 they introduced the whole crop bending? Well, it looks like they've extended that. I don't know if it's showing up in the stream or not, but they've extended that to grass now. You can see it come back. Really, really cool. I don't think it's been implemented before this map because it's kind of, let's say, freaking me out, but it's visually definitely something that I notice. I'd say if other maps were doing it, I think I would have noticed it by now. Hey GE, what's up? We are over here north of the biogas plant, mowing this big section up here to the north. And we got a couple guys down at the server, or down at the shop. Trying to get some other gear ready. Hey Eric, what's up? No, there's not a huge list, and they're all downloadable directly from the server. I said all the information is in the Discord, in the Erlengrat chat channel. The only DLC that is required is the Alpine Farming Expansion. Yeah, the easiest thing to do is, as Jan alluded to, when you get to the Farm Sim server webpage with the mods listing. Bottom, there's a little package that says download all active mods. Zip them all up into one big zip. Download them all at once. Unzip that in your mod folder. For the most part, they're all from the Giants Mod Hub. There are at least one, if not two or three, custom tweaked mods there. Hey Lego, what's up? Got the Rigitrac 150 in this thing. Got enough horsepower to run the mowers, but not run them so fast up hills. Yeah, I was more for Eric and others on the mod pack. Yeah, it barely meets the 150. That's okay, we got a lot more downhill than uphill. Yep, Steely Dan mowing in the rain. Do what you need to do in order to get your silage made. Something else that these mowers are really good with is not skipping on turns. So other in-game butterfly mowers, they don't seem to overlap as much, front mower and the rear mowers. So when you go around turns, like this turn we're about to come up to, it will often bend, or not bend, but skip parts. I don't really know if Giants models wet grass like that have a reduced traction level. Well, I'd say probably the number of trees is probably calculated on console's performance. Because let's face it, a lot of trees bog down even the best of computers if the view distance is far. So I suspect it's quite possible that the sparseness of the trees is related to this console support in general. That would be my guess. Yeah, all the current gen consoles are the equivalent of like a 4 or 5 year old gaming computer. And Giant's design maps really have to be designed to play well on the least common denominator, which is going to be either the Xbox or the PS4. What's that?
That uphill climb's kind of tough on this map.
Oh yeah. Hills don't look steep. Try to use this Rigitrac mowers.
Yeah, that's what I've run into.
Bogs them down. I don't even know when those consoles came out. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the big problems with consoles in general, is that development cycle on them is fairly long. So while they may have been designed with the latest and greatest hardware during the design phase, by the time they're actually released for sale, they're running, not dated, but they're running, they're not running the latest hardware anymore. Hey-ho, neighbor.
I see a bunch of green dots over on a hill.
We got 2 forage wagons over here. One's not running. Windrower. 2 people mowing. I don't know if this forage wagon over here is unspoken for. It's just sitting over here.
Yeah, I brought it, but there was nobody windrowing.
Forage wagon over here with a big fence.
Gonna need the horsepower for these hills.
You can kind of get a feel for this grass up here north of the BGA. So inclined to take that on. Hey, not knocking the newest consoles just released, but they're running basically the equivalent of a Ryzen 2000 chip with integrated latest gen AMD graphics, for sure. Tomorrow is big. Tomorrow's a big day. Learn if the Ryzen RDNA 2 graphics cards are really all the hype they said they were.
What do you think the result will be?
I think the result will be mixed.
ease of sync.
Cottager mowers. How they conform to the terrain.
Yeah, these are real nice mowers. I really like them.
I said in a recorded video that probably hasn't aired that other butterfly mowers have their role, and the windrow, really wide cutting width, role really is flat fields, you know, big flat fields, big open areas, because these mowers are not the widest cutting area, but they're really just engineered to conform to the land more. Other mowers would probably skip areas. These just hug it better and do a better job cutting. Four-wheel here. Whip around and go back the other way. Yeah, I think the next, I think the graphics cards, I think there's honesty in AMD's numbers, but of course AMD's numbers are the optimal inflation included on 5,000 chips. Their PCI 4 interface and taking advantage of memory acceleration and all of that. So it might be interesting to see that possibly AMD card on Intel platform might perform marketably less AMD card on the AMD platform. Might turn to be one of those, if you're on Intel, the NVIDIA cards perform as good or better. If you're on AMD, the other way around. Awesome. We are running the Northern Austria Geo.
Yeah, I guess until it comes out, we get some good benchmarks. It's going to be hard to...
Yeah, no fear, there will be plenty of folks comparing them tomorrow. 69 or the 6800 and flood of unboxing. Yeah, we're running the Upper Austria Geo. I mean, there's a lot of Geos out there that this would work for sure. Oh, what was your old phone? Youngest, I think, is rocking my Galaxy S7 or S6. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Jacer go. Voice, it's a farm.
I've got an S9. It does what I need to do. I don't see much need to upgrade. Well, phones, there's a new phone every year. No? New phone every year. I'm gonna say a new set of phones every year. I've seen tell that there's a mod in development for some mowers that have like a dynamic curtain on them. Flap, flow, scoop. I noticed these, when you fold them up, they kind of bend down. They don't flap or anything. Modeled up. Sag a little. I ran into the edge of the map there, but I kind of held off that side a little bit. Hey Josh, what's up? Healing Jim says that he's doesn't envy us playing around.
The best weather for it is rainy.
Speaking of, I see he updated his map.
Stop. Yeah, he updated it. There's, well, a guy on his Discord working on a production pack consoles that uses the animal mechanics, kind of like that that other map in production pack. And basically it requires the map to be prepared in some way for mod to work. But Giants basically put a comment in there, basically rejected the map, or the mod. Comment in that it's no maps that support it, they weren't going to approve it. So it's like one of those chicken before the egg things. You need a map to support it before it can go on the mod hub, but it can't be, maps can't really support it until it exists. So, kind of like, basically Alien Gem said, okay, fine. Then I raise you a map needing to support it with a map that supports it. Now why don't you come up with a reason not to approve it? But apparently, I don't know what it's like. 8 different production elements, possibilities or something. I haven't looked. Sounds cool. Gives everyone something else to do. This doesn't use global company. They'll console.
Hey, Scooter, is that wood rower having trouble grabbing stuff on the edges?
A little bit. It doesn't flex very well on some of that ridge.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't have my wheel, so I could be just sliding off of it.
Oh no, I think it's the wood rower that's happened to me. best with hilly areas.
Yeah. A lot of this stuff doesn't go with undulating terrain. Alpine Farming Windrower, we'd have been here.
Yeah, that was the first thing I upgraded is single player. I can't stand using those things going over the windrower.
Alien Jim says it's like in your face, G. Ball's in your court now, buddies.
Yopers.
Oh, and these Rigitracs I covered in single player take like a fourth the fuel that a 700 does. So
They're green, man. It's all green.
So with the increased fuel usage mod, it's like you better keep an eye out. Every 2 engine hours. Diablo, you gotta buy the whole pack. You get it all or none. Won't be released as a mod map until the next Farm Sim's released. I'll just cut the motors off and climb the hill. Doesn't look like it's a hill, but it's a hill. Yeah, you get in, you look at it in cab, and you look sideways, you know.
I don't understand why there's snow still on the
Alright.
edge. A single player game's not like that.
Yeah, I don't know either. Noticed it like on the server and all. So me and Jacer, so we both got out and restarted the server. Hoping that with the change to summer that it triggers the back. Not mowing, one of us can grab another windrower and another forage wagon. slash lower tips. Yeah, because when I started, I had a fuel tank. Now I'm down to almost a quarter left. Hey, Daniel, what's up?
Yeah, definitely burning through the fuel fast.
Yeah, in single player, I noticed that it's only like 150, 160 bucks to refuel this thing. But like to refuel a Fendt 700, it was like 400. So kind of, I guess, keeping to the idea of low center of gravity, it's got a small fuel tank that's low, therefore you don't have so much.
Plus fuel's weight. Okay, around a bunch of fuel, that's a more weight.
It is, it's a lot of water weight.
So I think they close schools for the next week and a half. They already are off a few days for Thanksgiving, but they've shut them down.
Week and a half. Hey, Forrest, what's up?
Yeah, they've gone virtual or distance learning until the end of the month now. You know, because 10 days magically is gonna.
It's a bunch of scaredy cats afraid of living. So, yeah. So, like a word. Battering around this island. Kids go home for Thanksgiving break. Tell them to stay home. Heaven forbid, we're on a campus that isn't a closed campus. These students, they ditch on Friday and they come back Sunday night every week for the entire semester. So suddenly going home for 5 days, 7 days for Thanksgiving break is suddenly going more dangerous to the rest of society. I think so. So instead of basically saying, okay, let's finish the semester virtually, keep reminding students that students have the choice to transition to full remote learning anytime during the semester if they wish. And it's like they keep reminding them constantly. Like, shoving it down my throat because you want everyone to leave, but you don't want to actually see that. Therefore, since you're not getting the take rates, you're going to keep mentioning it constantly. Like our school district sent out a survey in the end of summer. I know who wanted to be virtual and who wanted to be mixed. And 3/4 of the parents responded to be mixed. That apparently wasn't the answer the school board wanted. But at the last minute, the school board said, oh, we're going to just be 100% F you to what all the parents thought. Because we're just an old bunch of parts who don't know anything about actually instructing students. Because we just ran for the fun of it. We're going to be elected official. We get our rocks off. Sent out the same survey like 2 weeks ago, encouraging everyone to respond. Language like, don't get 100% response, we won't be able to do what's in best favor of it. Dang well no, you're not going to get 100% response on a survey. You're going to use that excuse for being once again virtual the entire spring semester.
I told my wife they won't go back. They'll be off till January at least. She was, no way. I'm like, I'm telling you, they did it last time with spring break. They're going to do it this time with this fall break stuff.
Yeah.
And then
Juice.
it wasn't 2 hours
Hey,
after I
Buttercup,
told
what's
her
up?
that, she sent me a text message.
VK
It's
Farm?
my son's special education teacher sent a message out to all the parents saying if they went to full virtual, would we be okay actually sending our child to school? And I was like, yeah, I don't care if he goes. So I told her, I said, wonder why she sent that out.
Yeah. That's
I
not
said
a
because
random
she
question.
was in a meeting and they told them prepare to not go back. That's what they told him.
Random question. Yeah, Josh, we can always use help.
But I'm just happy because he's autistic and has a hard time. He can't do stuff on. It just doesn't work that way for him.
I got a buddy that they have an autistic. He's in kindergarten age, and they've ended up and had somebody come in, and like the school district is kind of doing that with all of the younger ones, which surprised me.
Yeah, ours did this. So for kindergarten, it was in school, but first grade and up, it, like what? You're fine with learners being in school together, but not anybody.
Again,
So here's what I was talking about, where they kind of modeled.
It's okay for him to go. He's 11. It's okay for him to go because
They've kind of
they
modeled
can't find a way to fulfill their
curtains
education requirements
to droop when they're folded up,
because
versus when they're folded down. You can see they kind of
he has an IEP and that
Fold
puts him
down?
on the hook to
Right.
Versus like my 13-year-old who doesn't have an IEP, they can just be like, well, here, figure it out.
Exactly.
But because they designated what he's supposed to learn and how he's supposed to learn, they have to fulfill those requirements, which they can't do in a virtual setting. So, because he gets speech therapy, he gets all kinds of stuff through the school. So I don't know what they're going to do.
Right.
Last year they didn't do anything. They just were like, here, have a 6 months off.
yeah. Well, I mean, like last year, like like our school district last year. We're doing virtual classes, but attendance isn't really required. I'll just get a grade. Everybody gets a grade. Because one, they weren't prepared, weren't thinking about it, didn't have any remote learning curriculum or materials or anything. And why would they? K through 12 school district, 100% based on in-person learning. But then in the fall, they basically sent out plenty of messages saying fall will be nothing like spring. Will be grades. We'll have to attend. And on asynchronous days when you're not actually in class, you'll have to do things online in order to be counted in school for that and some other stuff. Then we hear from our first grade teacher talking about frustration. Sent them home with all these packet swap. They were supposed to bring stuff back, and unclear what you have to bring. They seem to get far more stuff than they do. And she was like, "We're making this up kind of as we go, figuring it out, because honestly, we figured we would be back in school by October. Weren't. So it's like, but our city school district, our city has probably the second lowest count in the entire valley. Only second to a county that is like, might as well be called Hillbilly County. Probably have a population density 3 per square mile or something.
Yeah, I'm just. That's all I can say is ugh.
Try out. We'll see how this goes.
Okay.
Who's that?
Hey, I am Jan.
Hold on.
Who's got the little one?
All right, try now.
Oh, Tuki's got the little.
That's like the little TT or the Unitrac.
Yeah, he's got the little Unitrac.
He's gonna go like 30 feet. I used that today. And the video's going to air next Friday. I used it, and the logic I gave to it was, I used it to collect grass from the hilliest parts of the fields, and then I transitioned over to a larger wagon. It's stuff that was just kind of gentle hills, wasn't on crazy slopes.
I'm trying to understand what that scale measures, because it only said 2031 when I was on it.
Oh, get out. Like, park on it and then jump out. Oh, a picture. I think the weight changes when you... Oh. You are one hefty farm.
Let me look at it and see.
Oh, no. Oh, Joe, no. Oh, Crony's garage.
Oh, it didn't change for me.
Maybe it's his... Someone posted a pic. And maybe it was in the Giants. It was on one of the Giants. Posted a pic of them being on the scale in the tractor and then being on the scale out of the tractor. And the tractor had a different...
Usually crossing over stuff there's winter roads.
ACB with 100 extra horsepower, and it still bogs down on this.
It's a war of attrition.
Yeah, I was wondering if we didn't want to maybe go across the hill instead of up and down it. But, oh well.
Bunch of giant track. E9.
We might need them just to windrow.
That's his JCB. Yeah. It'd have been smarter to go across.
Yeah, the problem's gonna be picking it up. Cause I'm down here doing 5 kilometers per hour up the hill.
You probably would make better time if you drove the road up here to the top of the hill like you were
That's-
sledding.
Yeah, and just go down.
Then you just make a downhill run.
Yeah, you're right, I bet you.
Truck is too old. Hello, I have insurance. Need to cover it.
See, now Tuki's having no problem getting in and out, up and down the hill.
At the
I know.
700 trips.
Small and light, I can just go wherever I want pretty much.
I mean, honestly, it's only 3 bales because it's only 12K, so it's literally 3 bales, but I love it. I just love it. Now, I made an observation, though, and tell me if I'm crazy.
Thanks for the
It
sub,
seems
Bruce.
like the Unimat and that other little really low-to-the-ground blue thing have a tighter turn radius in single player than they do in this multiplayer. I mean, I can turn on a dime in single player, and I tried using that tonight in MP, and it was like, what are you doing? It was like,
Somebody turn off four-way steer.
oh, I don't know. See, there,
Okay.
you're gone. Without having vehicle inspector and a couple other things, I wouldn't know what I'm doing.
Oh, thanks for the sub, Pala Farm 2007. Hey, DJ, what's up?
I've used much without always steering.
Yeah, if you turn it off when you're backing up, it helps.
Yeah. Our server, I use Fan 1000 series.
That'll get to jump.
So it's a little bit strange for me now. With obvious steering.
Yeah, all-wheel steering is.
But it's a great feature.
$95 is being too old. That's crazy. Darren, what's up? Usually I don't do JCBs. I don't think they have enough torque. They're too much designed for the high speed and not for the torque. I figured this one would be decent with 100 extra horsepower. I think that time-lapse ATS thing.
Yeah, I recorded a episode today. I'll edit it, put it out Thursday. It's much nicer during the day because you can. Really, it's just to see all the scenery and. Did Steamboat Springs to, I don't know, I broke the law because I went through the Rocky Mountain National Forest and it said commercial vehicles not allowed, turn around. I'm like, yeah, right.
Well, then why is it in game? Because you can't drive a car.
I know. Why does it?
Yeah,
Why does
I
the
don't
GPS take you
understand
over
why
it?
they put that road in the game in the first place.
Like they did that in. They did that in some others,
Yeah, I can't think of what state it was now.
and it was all cool and everything because you drive through this national park, but you get this warning or you get this fine. Like, hello, no other way to explore it. Give me the ability to buy a pickup truck.
And the crazy thing is there's a scenic, like, view icon up there that you can trigger. So you have to go up there to see it.
Pretty Tractor Doctor, why don't you join us? I used a little TT 281 plus thing. As you can shift front 3-point left and right. So what I used it for, put belt windrower on the front, shifted it all the way to the right. Then I basically used that to go to edge my grass. Basically just kicked outer row of grass in a little bit. That meant I didn't have to hug the edge of the field with my normal windrow. You risk hitting it on trees or other stuff. That's about the only thing I can come up with is to buy shift your 3-point left or right.
I think last time we were talking about it, the ability to maintain your center mass.
Yeah, to have that a little lower down.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's, no, it's okay. I saw that coming and I was like, brakes, brakes.
Dan was one of the build-offs.
Maybe I'm better in build-offs.
Yep, I remember.
Is it Hungary?
Hungary.
Yeah, that's where you are.
Yeah.
Welcome to Farm Sim. It's an international game. Brings
Yeah,
countries
I know it.
and citizens all together. This is your world. This is the solution. World peace.
Everybody should play video games.
Farm
Except
Sim and
the
video games. Well,
Warcraft.
other than shoot 'em.
Yeah, it gets kind of toxic.
Honestly, except the workers.
I play World of Warships and people get so mad. I'm like, dude, it's a game.
I never got into War Thunder and World Tanks, really.
They get so mad. They're like, oh, you didn't do this right.
How many miles did that truck have on it?
And that's why we lost. And I'm like, okay.
Pal Farm, you asking me if I have a tractor in real life? You count a lawnmower.
Yep, I thought it'd be faster just to go up the hill, but it's not. It's faster to take the road. The road is that way for a reason.
I don't have any problem with my little truck here. I can go full speed straight up the hill.
Yeah, keep telling us.
But it takes you 4 trips to get up the hill. More, right?
Stay on the bottom, getting all that ends.
I'm way back here in the corner of the...
Okay, I think
800,000
I
miles.
for this tractor.
Wow.
I'll be right back.
I think the truck's lived a good life.
Well, I'm beginning to think. Now, so I'm using the... What am I using? Using the Valtra T194 with a big weight to try to compact. But I don't think it has enough. I don't know where the game doesn't think it has enough weight. I've gone back and forth a million times. I've only got us compacted 33%.
How much is in it?
It's getting, let's see, 330,000. So it's like, there's probably a million and a half, I'm going to guess, or maybe more, maybe 2 million.
Figure out how to get what's at the shop back to the BGA and
Okay. Oh my.
it might be worth all watching.
Oh, trying to get that thing back to the shop.
Especially if I leave track.
Oh my word. Holy cow. Okay, here we go. We are on our way. If I can get it through one roundabout. I know there's a pedestrian in my way. I'm sorry, pedestrian. You're wearing the same color as this Challenger is. You're gone. I can get it through the first roundabout, and the second roundabout doesn't have any traffic. This street has no traffic. Well, I had to go up on the sidewalk, and I ran over a pedestrian. But like I said, that pedestrian was wearing a shirt that was the same color as Challenger yellow, so nobody will know the difference.
They're just going to be a zombie 11 months early.
One car just went by. Quick, get across the railroad before train comes. Oh.
Train might not. I'm looking in case I see a big yellow thing.
This four-wheel steering is really something with this. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Yeah. All right.
It's the base game, big wind rower.
Bunker.
Like that. Oh, car. Oh, drive over the car.
That's it. What, dude?
Yeah, we're knocking through it fast.
Oh, to slow down.
That Unitrac,
Whoa.
that
Whoa.
Unitrac is keeping us
Okay.
moving.
Well, that's actually pretty true. Now, Raz, go ahead and try to drive out of here, I dare you.
Out here, quick driving cars.
Wow.
So we should have invested in a whole bunch of Unitracs.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Does that fence have collisions on it? It does. Oh, no.
Nice.
Not like SnowRunner where you can just drive through fences.
I was gonna see if I could just pick you up, but
Well, and
Okay.
anybody who wasn't down here, Raz, I drove over the front loader, the front forks of Raz's tractor, and his tractor and his loader wagon went completely up in the air and landed on the chain link fence. I mean, like, he could have been joining the people up in the space station today.
well, I'll tell you what, that little truck, even though it only holds a little bit, I'd be real curious about time. The amount of time it takes me to drive up to the top of the mountain.
How much can you hold?
I can only hold like 25K.
And the little Unitrac holds 12.
So he probably does like 3 loads to my 1.
You two should switch for a second.
But I like the mountain drive, so.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh yeah, I'm in no hurry.
We got a tractor doctor. And you have any repairs?
I put a straight gap. I have good in air in the Discord.
Did you get it all windrowed up?
All right, I think
got
everything's windrowed.
about- Yeah.
Go check out this. No, but seriously, if we want to get the big Fent thousands, like collecting.
That'll make me feel even smaller, huh?
This 700 though, it really, I mean,
100, yeah.
as long as you think about what you're doing, it works. I mean, as long as you don't try to drive straight up the mountain.
Oh, yeah. This is working better. Just gotta
He's like, and done.
get it's still gonna take a little bit of work though. I'm kind of surprised. I'm gonna have to get the leveler back out.
Oh, stop it! There we go. No bleed through. That's good to see.
That is very true. In fact, it kind of boomerangs back inside. Have you guys ever seen that before? When you try to push it outside, that it actually boomerangs back in.
I wonder if the collision's above the wall.
It must be. Let me see if I can get some push back up there to show you. What are you doing, FK? You're floating.
Flying.
Oh,
Oh, I talk, which push the talk button, which is called.
okay. Okay. There you go. All right, stand on top of the bunker for a second there. Now look at this. This is pretty cool. Okay, so it kind of goes out and then zoop, goes right back in. So you can't overfill.
Yeah, that's
Can't-
kind of the model of it.
Okay.
It's even funnier when you who's over across, is that Raz? When you push it up, sometimes the heap is in front of the sticker, branding sticker on the leveler, and sometimes it's behind. So funny, because sometimes that center sticker is in front of the
Oh.
nice little graphical.
Can't get too close to
No, you can't overfill it because there's a collision on the top.
Oh look, I'm full again already.
They'll keep you from basically putting it too high up. Grab the mower and start mowing some more. JS, it's fixed on his project page. All you gotta do is download it from there. Oh.
Whee! That's what I feel like saying every time I go down the hill.
It's bobsled run.
Of course, the engine brake doesn't let me go like 100. That'd be fun.
Yeah, when you get it pushed up as high as it'll go, it's just gonna flatten out. So if you level it good, you basically get a tabletop. I saw you're living in these high-rise, modern deco apartments. Have nice amenities.
Actually, it's really tiny in there.
Oh, all the space is wasted. Architectural.
Yeah, just everything's like a cube. I feel like I'm living in Minecraft.
I tell you, I got Minecraft Dungeons kid and Twitch.
Oh yeah, how's it like it?
We've been grinding. Yeah, you want to go grind Minecraft Dungeons? Sure, go grind. We beat it on normal mode, and now you go back and do it on adventure mode, and everything's harder.
Yeah.
Rough. Adventure mode's rough.
Yeah, it gets harder and harder,
Either-
and then you get better loot.
Either grind more to get better food. Now he's 6 and loves his pets. On and fight. And he got a little happy fingered. Accidentally stole the thing that gives his llama. So he had a little bit of a pride. Overstraught about losing his. That's fine. You got it once. We'll just have to find more and get another one. And we learned that you can Guess we found some. He found some guy that you can trade. So I got a llama thing, and he's like, "Oh, can you trade that to me?"
My kid, the other day, he was playing it and he had no weapons. I'm like, what are you doing? You need a sword. No, I punch him, he said.
Punch him. Here, I'll just.
So he played like through the whole game without a weapon. He just punched everything.
Hey, Contro, what's up?
Oh, it's a little sketchy driving up on this thing. I'm way above you guys.
Fun though. Right?
It actually is. It makes you pay attention.
You see, I ran out of fuel in ATS live stream.
I haven't watched the replay yet.
Yeah, I run out of fuel at the end. And I thought I had to figure out how to recover the vehicle. But apparently you can buy a emergency fuel.
Yeah.
Tow truck guy bring.
Oh man, you can
And it's
build
very
a,
expensive.
Yeah, but I mean, I only had like 14 minutes profile.
here you can tab to my tractor. This is where you should build a farm.
Yeah, I was gonna put
I've never been
that little gray cell point place anywhere. I was gonna put.
Oh, you're gonna put it way up here on this little pad. Wonder if something was supposed to be there and it didn't make it.
It didn't.
Or they ran out of time.
I think we should mow horizontal. Side passes. Hill. Across the hill.
Easy for you to say. Across the heel.
It comes out. Like in videos where I say the straw trigger, it's like they think in it.
It's so funny. It takes me 5 minutes to drive up the mountain, and 30 seconds to fill up. And then I go, wee.
Matthew, no, I haven't looked at it. I didn't really understand what the electric mod was myself.
Hey Klein, has there been any updates to that ostrich?
I have to fire it up and see. Full updates.
That Fishing North Atlantic gets an update every single week, man. I think they still have a lot of bugs.
Yeah, I think they released that a little too early.
Then again, it's kind of like it's like one guy and a few other people. It's not a very big company.
The Ostrov guy is like one guy.
Yeah, the fishing the fishing stuff was started by one guy who started a software company just for that game. Yeah, the fishing Barrett Sea, and then they did the sequel. Why won't you let me unload, stupid machine?
What game engine did?
I think it uses the Unreal Engine.
See, that's, you know, people give Epic Store, but they really do seem to have all-time game developer, because their licensing for the Epic game engine
There it goes.
is like anyone can use the Epic game engine, make your game like for free until like you make $1 million worth of sales, and then you owe Epic licensing fee of like some percent. It's like that's a deal. Some small-time developer house, one guy making a game based on, you know, Dream or whatever.
Yeah, it's
All right, let's see if I can figure this
it's a
out.
pretty powerful engine too.
Pick it.
And they keep updating it.
Tractor's smarter than everybody else.
He's the tractor doctor.
Give the GPS code. I can just pick that G. Now I'm on the same course he's on. So like 17, where you just make a course and get up close to the guy and hit copy. I'll probably just all too hung up on. Man, I wish I could copy. Seems like
He should have been one of the pros.
I should have been a pro, but asking, am I too busy playing tractor dog? Go tractor. John Deere's break down all the time. I'm doctor. Yeah, Jay, we are trying to fill the bunkers at the BGA. See how much they take. Grass. I don't know how to really save GPS courses myself.
Yeah, I like it. I just wish the wildflowers were more random.
Yeah, you get a little close and And I wish you could paint wildflowers, like patches of yellow and blue flowers. Not part of the grass, but painted. Can't paint. Jacer that made us smart and told us to go horizontal to the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't think it was me. How could I be that smart?
Whoever was.
See,
Or an ID.
You were Scooter.
I think it was.
But it had to have been Scooter. I couldn't figure that out.
You're smarter than the average shooter.
Only once in a while.
Whee!
I see you flying down the hill. See someone flying. Best thing is, any grass that we don't end up getting picked up, vanish after a couple days. Here.
Just rot away. I posted a, I don't know if anyone saw the video and video links and stuff. That Texas silage. I think it said they do 12,000 tons an hour.
No.
Yeah, it's, you should see the video. It's in the Discord.
Okay.
It's just literally a revolving train of giant tractors in like 6, 8 trucks dumping silage at a time, and the tractors just go in a circle. It's
Kind of sounds like what they're doing here. I didn't post it here, I don't think. I actually have a picture of me next to a Ponzi buffalo. And we now have probably the only 2 Scorpion Kings in the state of Iowa. They're working nonstop here. And they're running, I think, 50 semi-tractor trailers simultaneously, because they're grinding it all up, and most of it's going out to a county area where I think they're just going to make soil out of it over a number of years.
sorry, 1,200 tons per hour. 12,000. So you got Scorpion Kings in Iowa.
Yeah, driving up and down the city streets. I mean, that's the cool thing. And when those things, and I'll tell you what, one of them that came through the neighborhood, I was out walking the dog, and yeah, I can walk faster than a Scorpion King can drive down the street to get to the next tree. It's every bit as true.
Yeah, I've seen that with like the big dozers. Do like 3 miles per hour. They can move a mountain.
Yeah.
Mountain. The deforestation for the sake of
No, well, no, we had that big derecho. We had that storm where we lost 65 to 75% of our trees.
Oh, okay.
We had 140-mile-an-hour winds. It was called an inland hurricane. And it's about 65 miles wide. And the lowest winds they estimate here in town were 70 miles an hour, but there was a lot of places they had 140 to 120. Or, I'm sorry, 120 to 140. And that number was based on where it blew a concrete sidewall off of an interstate overpass. And so they went out and did a load test on it. And they said, yep, 140 miles per hour.
Yeah, that just barely missed me in the northeast part of the state.
It was something, let me tell you.
So they're harvesting all these fallen trees,
Yeah,
chipping it,
we were, and then chipping it. Yeah,
and compost.
yeah. We got compost piles around here that are multiple stories tall, and
At least they're getting rid of it instead of just letting it lay there.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, what are you gonna do when it's still, up till 2 weeks ago, I had 8-foot piles in my front yard. Everybody in town. And so it's kind of like in the winter when you get enough snow that you can't see the back out of your driveway, can't see if there's traffic coming. And every street was like that. I mean,
Hey, in Virginia, probably have.
Oh yeah, well, probably. That, well, at least not. Isn't there some mountains in Virginia that would? In the western part? I mean, I know West Virginia, but
I am
but
in
not.
Yeah, we don't.
Are you really? Oh,
We don't get it
I thought you were more coastal somehow.
on a lucky winter.
Yeah, okay.
Scattered.
Right.
Typical winter, it's probably total snow. Because we're on this, I mean, we'll be more apt to get a very, very cold, wet rain. We get a very cold rain because it's like 34 degrees,
Yeah.
as opposed to it being 30 degrees, basically too cold, 2 points too low at that point.
Right.
When rain is 34 degrees, it feels a lot wetter. 70.
Yes. That is a true statement.
Yep, that's good old East Tennessee weather. Cold and wet.
Well, Jace, one thing would be to get it from Wobster's GitHub.
Tennessee
the
has 3
development version?
seasons.
Development version might work better than the released version.
You got
You got about like 3 weeks of nice, 6 months of sweating my butt off, and then cold and wet. That's it.
The one way you know you're using the
Should be on
development
the other
version
side of Chicago.
is when the dots.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
don't see the dots
Winter
over
and
the
road
tracker.
construction.
That's pretty good.
Mod Hub version
That's
has
kind
the
of how I feel
dots.
about Iowa. I mean, climactically we might have more, but realistically, there's winter and there's road construction.
The released version has dots that extend all the way over your tractor center line, but the development version doesn't. Yeah, there's lots of Midwest farmers that are having issues for corn harvest because of the fallen corn. I've been through Farmville. I'm over in Shenandoah Valley. Farmville's more central.
Jan, what time is it for you? Like 3 or 4 in the morning?
fast for
Perfect time to be farming.
That's usually what time I get up. 4 and 5. Not on purpose.
Yeah, that's what I've been waking up lately. Just can't sleep for some reason.
Same with me, man. I take medicine. I have no trouble falling asleep. It's just come about 5, 4:45, 5 o'clock. I'm up.
It's going to be cold here too, yeah.
Gotta be careful on this.
About mid 40s today.
Because you can start ping ponging pretty easy.
All this grass on the. Not getting laggy for it.
I've been fine on my end.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay, here.
I just had a little bit when I first logged in.
I've been going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and we are only at 50% compaction. Should we start filling the other bunker for a while? I may actually have. Do I need to kind of like almost unload this and recompact down below?
No, it's just
Yeah.
cutting it.
Yeah. Well, usually, I mean,
Probably up there 500, 600.
uh,
600 some last time
Yeah.
I dumped.
yeah, almost 680. Yeah, usually, though, even though they're continually dumping, if you can make a lot of passes back and forth, you can keep it close to 100%. But I don't know. All right, I'll trust you.
I'll take over the competitive driving. Gun mode.
I'll tell you what, you can have my loading wagon. It's time for me to pass out.
Take your loading wagon out.
Do you want to, FK, do you want to take the compactor for a minute? Make sure I'm not messing anything up? I mean, I can't imagine I am, but this is me, so it's entirely possible.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, when you get down here. Well, what I thought I remembered was that as long as we kept, you know, going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth in between loads, that we could keep it close to 100%. But
Yeah. Typically. I think if we've got 4 or 5 loading wagons. Yeah, we are. I mean, that's the deal with the map.
oh, nice stop.
Tons of grass.
Urge.
The grass.
Looks like something I'd do.